The Television Academy had Samira Wiley and Ryan Eggold present the 70th Emmy Awards nominations on Thursday morning. Game of Thrones fantasy drama Game of Thrones has earned 22 nominations for the 70th Emmy Awards, where HBO's 17-year streak as the most nominated network has been broken by Netflix. Sandra Oh became the first Asian actress nominated for lead in a drama series, and celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain was nominated posthumously for Parts Unknown. The Television Academy had Samira Wiley and Ryan Eggold present the nominations here on Thursday morning. For the Game of Thrones, the announcement was special given that in 2017, the HBO entertainer was ineligible to compete for the Emmys due to its 7 seasons later than usual summer debut. Now it has scored the most nominations for any single show at the 2018 Emmys. However, HBO does not lead all nominees as Netflix beat its 108 score with 112 nominations, reports HollywoodReporter.com. Parts Unknown, by Bourdain, whose death last month left the industry in disbelief, notched a total of 6 nominations for 2018, 5 of them in Creative Arts Emmy categories. History was made when Oh, who had been named 5 times in the supporting category for her work on Grey's Anatomy, was announced as a nominee for an Emmy for lead actress in a drama series, becoming the first actress of Asian descent to achieve the feat, Variety.com reported. The actress, born in Canada, to Korean immigrant parents, has received the nomination for the critically acclaimed thriller Killing Eve, in which she plays Eve Pilastri, a MI5 officer who is tailing an assassin. Also, Saturday Night Live star Kenan Thompson bagged his first Emmy nomination after 15 years, since joining the series in 2003. He has been nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. It is for the first time since 2011, the perennial winner Julia Louis-Dreyfus is not up for Best Actress in a Comedy. Rachel Brosnahan, Tracee Ellis Ross and Issa Rae are among those vying for the award. As for Netflix, the New York Times reports that its growth at the Emmys is staggering. In 2015, the streaming service had 34 nominations. In 2016, it had 54. Last year, that number was up to 91, second only to HBO's. And this time, it has 112. After Game of Thrones, Westworld and Saturday Night Live are the most nominated shows with a mention in 21 categories each. The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story drew the most nominations for a limited series with 18 nods, while Atlanta was the most nominated comedy series at 16. Nominees in the drama series category include The Handmaid's Tale, Game of Thrones, This Is Us, The Crown, The Americans, Stranger Things and Westworld. Colin Yost and Michael Che will host the 70th Annual Primetime Emmys, to be held at the Microsoft Theatre here on September 17th. It will be aired in India on Star World and Star World HD. Here's the complete list of nominees: Outstanding Drama Series, The Americans, The Crown, Game of Thrones, The Handmaid's Tale, Stranger Things, This Is Us, Westworld. Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, Jason Bateman, Ozark, Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us, Harris, Westworld, Matthew Rice, The Americans, Milo Ventimiglia, This Is Us, Jeffrey Wright, Westworld. Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, Claire Foy, The Crown, Elizabeth Moss, The Handmaid's Tale, Sandra Oh, Killing Eve, Kerry Russell, The Americans, and Rachel Wood, Westworld, Tatiana Maslany, Orphan Black. Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones, Mindy Patinkin, Homeland, David Harbour, Stranger Things, Matt Smith, The Crown, Joseph Fiennes, The Handmaid's Tale. Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Vanessa Kirby, The Crown, Yvonne Strahovski, The Handmaid's Tale, Alexis Bledel, The Handmaid's Tale, Ann Dowd, The Handmaid's Tale, Thandie Newton, Westworld. Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series. Mary Abraham, Homeland Cameron Britton, Mindhunter Matthew Good, The Crown Ron Cephas Jones, This Is U.S. Gerald McCraney, This Is U.S. Jimmy Simpson, Westworld Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series Deanna Rigg, Game of Thrones Cicely Tyson, How to Get Away with Murder Viola Davis, Scandal Clete Jenrette, The Handmaid's Tale Cherry Jones, The Handmaid's Tale Samira Wiley, The Handmaid's Tale Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series 2018 Alan Taylor for Beyond the Wall. Game of Thrones Jeremy Podeswa for The Dragon and the Wolf, Game of Thrones Jason Bateman for The Toll, Ozark Daniel Sackheim for Tonight We Improvise, Ozark The Duffer Brothers for Chapter 9, The Gate, Stranger Things Stephen Daldry for Potter Familias, The Crown Kari Skoglund for After, The Handmaid's Tale Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series 2018 David Benioff and D.B. Weiss for The Dragon and the Wolf, Game of Thrones Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Nice Face, Killing Eveth Duffer Brothers for Chapter 9, The Gate, Stranger Things Joel Fields and Joe Weisberg for Start, The Americans Peter Morgan for Mystery Man, The Crown Bruce Miller for June, The Handmaid's Tale Outstanding Comedy Series Atlanta Barry Blackish Curb Your Enthusiasm Gloat Marvelous Mrs. Maisel The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Silicon Valley Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series Donald Glover, Atlantable Hater, Barry Anthony Anderson, Blackish William H. Macy, Shameless Did Danson, The Good Place Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series Pamela Adlon, Better Things Rachel Brosnahan, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Ellis and Janny, Momissa Ray, Insecure Tracy Ellis Ross, Blackish Lily Tomlin, Grace and Frankie Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series Brian Tyree Henry, Atlanta Henry Winkler, Barry Louis Anderson, Basket Alec Baldwin, Saturday Night Live Kenan Thompson, Saturday Night Live Tanisha Lube, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Titus Burgess, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series Shizzy Beats, Atlanta Betty Gilpin, Flo Laurie Metcalf, Roseanne 80 Bryant, Saturday Night Live Leslie Jones, Saturday Night Live McKinnon, Saturday Night Live Alex Borstein, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Megan Mullally, Will Brown, Brooklyn Nine-Nine Bryan Cranston, Curb Your Enthusiasm Lin-Manuel Miranda, Curb Your Enthusiasm Donald Glover, Saturday Night Live Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series Wanda Sykes, Blackish Tina Fey, Saturday Night Live Tiffany Haddish, Saturday Night Live Maya Rudolph, The Good Place Ian Lynch, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Molly Shannon, Will Maisel Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series 2018 Donald Glover for Alligator Man, Atlanta Stefani Robinson for Barbershop, Atlanta Alec Berg and Bill Hader for Chapter 1, Make Your Mark Barry Liz Sarnoff for Chapter 7, Loud, Fast and Keep Going, Barry Alec Berg for 51%, Silicon Valley Amy Sherman Palladino for Pilot, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Outstanding Television Movie Fahrenheit 451 Flint Bitternut Tala Black Mirror, USS Callister Outstanding Limited Series The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story The Alienist Genius, Because of Patrick Melrose Godless Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series or a Movie Antonio Banderas, Genius, Picasso Darren Criss The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story Benedict Cumberbatch, Patrick Melrose Jeff Daniels, The Looming Tower John Legend, Jesus Christ, Superstar Live in Concert Jesse Plemons, USS Callister, Black Mirror, Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series or a Movie Jessica Biel, The Sinner Laura Dern, The Talee Michelle Dockery, Godless Eddie Falco, Law. Black Mirror Merritt Weaver, Godless Zara Bareilles, Jesus Christ, Superstar Live in Concert Penelope Cruz, American Crime Story, Gianni Versace Judith Light, American Crime Story, Gianni Versace Outstanding Directing in a Limited Series 2018 Scott Frank for Godless David Levo and Alex Rodzinski for Jesus Christ Superstar Live in Concert Barry Levinson for Bitter Nude Wordburger for Patrick Melrose Ariane Murphy for The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story Craig Zisk for The Looming Tower David Lynch for Twin Peaks Outstanding Writing in a Limited Series Kevin McManus and Matthew McManus for Clean Up, American Vandal Skit Frank for Godless David Nichols for Patrick Melrose Dem Rob Smith for House by the Lake, The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story David Lynch and Mark Frost for Twin Peaks William Bridges and Charlie Brooker for USS Callister, Black Mirror, Outstanding Reality Competition The Amazing Race American Ninja Warrior Project Runway RuPaul's Drag Race Top Chef Voice Structured Reality Program Antiques Roadshow Fixer Upper Lip Sync Battle Queer Shark Tank Who Do You Think You Are? Unstructured reality program Born This Way, Deadliest Catch, Intervention, Naked and Afraid, RuPaul's Drag Race, Untucked, United Shades of America with W. Kamau Bell host for reality competition program. Kamau Bell, United Shades of America with W. Kamau Bell, Ellen DeGeneres, Ellen's Game of Games, RuPaul Charles, RuPaul's Drag Race, Heidi Klum, Tim Gunn, Project Runway, Jane Lynch, Hollywood Game Night, Outstanding Variety, Sketch Series, At Home with Amy Sedaris, Drunk Story, Love You, America with Sarah Silverman, Portlandia, Saturday Night Live, Tracy Ullman's Show, Outstanding Variety, Talk Series, Daily Show with Trevor Noah, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, Late Show with James Corden, Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Catch up on all the latest entertainment news and gossip here. Also download the new Midday Android and iOS apps to get latest updates edited by Midday Online with inputs from Ian's.